Hey, good evening, everybody. It's Carl. Welcome back to the bathroom. It's Monday evening. That means it's time for the Monday night shave. Got to get ready for work tomorrow. And 3 or 4 days worth of growth back on the job, so gotta get rid of it. Tonight's shave is going to be a little bit special. Everything that I'm using in tonight's shave was chosen by my sweet lady friend, and so what are we going to use? Well, the first thing we're going to use is the inaugural trip of the Wilkinson Sword Quad Blade. This was a gift from her, so she chose that. We're also going to be using the Doug Smith Custom Bowl. Was also a gift from her. And then she chose the Hot Springs Arkansas Shave Soap. This was gifted to me by my sweet work wife a couple of years back. For the brush, she was brave and dug through my cabinet and found the Straight Razor Honing Group Brush 2017 edition, made by Danny Schulman. And then for the post, we'll be doing Omega, Alum, the Harry's Post Shave Balm, which was also gifted to me by her, and the Brut Blue cologne aftershave. So I'm really kind of excited about the Quad Blade. I know a couple of people have used it recently because I guess it's relatively new. I had no idea the thing was even a thing, but we were watching Paul H, my lady and I, and she saw it, and I said, I didn't know you could get Wilkinson Sword stuff here in the States, because Paul had mentioned that he couldn't get them in the UK or in Wales. So she hopped on Amazon and ordered it for me right out of the blue. I had no idea this thing even existed because I haven't been keeping up with what's new and exciting in wet shaving because I haven't been buying much stuff, but she gifted it to me and I'm excited to use it. So for those of you who don't know, it's a 2-piece razor. Very nice, heavyweight. I don't know the specs because I'm not a real YouTuber. But it's a 2-piece razor. It comes with proprietary blades that come individually packaged in these nice plastic holders. It's essentially a double-edged blade, or 4 double-edged blades, 2 on each side, kind of connected in the middle with a plastic piece. So this will be the first load and the first use and everything else. So I think with like anything, you slide it into the head, put the base plate on, and like I said, since it's a 2-piece, you hold here, turn the handle, and it tightens it up. Looks like it's in there nice and straight. There you go, it's a 2-blade safety razor. All right, I'm fresh out of the shower, so I'm gonna get the whiskers wet. And I've got the Arkansas soap here. It's a bentonite clay soap, so it needs to be a little moist. Probably should have bloomed it while I was in the shower, but that's okay. I'm going to hand load the brush, let any of the drippings fall into the razor or into the bowl, and we'll get after it that way. When she was digging through my stuff, had decided that she wanted to use wanted me to use the brush the bowl on camera. She was a little bit worried because she didn't choose a cream, but I told her no problem. I think I can make this work. So got a generous portion in the brush, and we'll get it lathered up. Hopefully it's enough. I've never actually bowl lathered a clay-based soap before, so we'll see. Seems to be working pretty well. The question is, do I have enough for a 3-pass shave? If not, I can just go right back to the puck. No problem. Now, I will say, because I hand lathered, my hand is very slick, and I'm worried that I might drop the bowl. So I'm trying to be very careful and get this going. So it's Monday evening. Hope everybody's doing well. My Monday was pretty uneventful, day off. Just kind of spent the day putzing around the house, ran a couple of errands, did a little bit of meal prep, and still reading the Longmire Mysteries. And we're getting a great lather here. Definitely believe I'm going to get enough for 3 passes. So, fantastic. Yeah, so just kind of hung out around the house. Nothing super exciting. Had a really good weekend. The lady and I got out and about and went on a little adventure and had a hipster date. We drove down to Austin and ate at some food trucks and wandered around the city. I just had a good time. It was nice to get out. The weather was beautiful. It was, I don't know, about 65 degrees, sunny, warm, light breeze. Very nice. Had a good time, like I said. Very good time. Ate some delicious food truck food, and like I said, really felt like a hipster date. So, all right, first pass is different. All right, you can feel. I didn't think you would be able to notice it, but you definitely notice the second blade. And I'm going to assume that the design of the head is kind of designed to keep the angle so that you get both blades to contact your face. I'm assuming that's the way it is designed that way, and that if you keep that flat portion of the head in contact with your face, you'll get the most efficient shave. At least that's what it feels like. It's kind of like that that PAA Bakelite twist. I don't remember the name of the razor, but it's got a very triangular head as well, and you're supposed to keep it flush against your skin, and it helps you keep the blade angle at its most efficient. Comment below if you remember the name of that razor. Alpha Ecliptic. There you go. The weight of the razor is very nice. It really seems to assist gliding, helping the razor do its job. So I gotta say, I watched Paul H's video, or we watched Paul H's video using his, so I could get some pointers on how to use this. It looked like he got a really nice shave out of it. And so far, first pass has been very nice. Absolutely. And I got to brag on my lady. She sat with me and we watched several shave videos. We watched a couple from Johan, a couple from Mati, Dave Card. And as we were watching, and Paul H, because she's got a crush on him. But as we were watching Paul H, he was talking about the aggressiveness of the razor. And she said, "Stop the video, stop the video." And I said, "Yeah, what's going on, babe?" And she looked at me and she said, "When you talk about adjusting the aggressiveness of the razor, what does that mean?" And like, she probably didn't see it, but like I had a little, like the cartoon hearts around my head. So I explained to her how adjustable razors worked. And then she was like, "Okay, cool." And then we restarted the video. So I don't know. It was very sweet that she's kind of taken an interest in kind of my hobby. and sat with me and watched a couple of the fellas get their shaves, and then asked a really intelligent question. I mean, and a thoughtful question too, so it was very cool. Very cool. Very nice. I mean, the shave is very smooth. You can feel the second blade, but it's not irritating. Like I said, the weight of the razor seems to help it move across the face very well. I got a little, don't know if that's a nick or a weeper, but I got a little blood there. Guess I gotta be a little more careful with the second blade. A little weeper there and a little weeper there. But yeah. Back to work tomorrow. See what the week has in store, how much time I'm gonna be spending in a mask. We did the work wife and I did an assessment at the local jail the other day, which was super fantastic. We wandered around the jail and visited with inmates and guards for like 3 hours in a full PPE. So much fun. By the end of it, I think both of us were exhausted and dehydrated, and you can kind of still see the remnants of the bruise on my nose from my mask. I thought those days were gone, but seems like spending more and more time in that stupid thing lately as the surge continues. All right, we'll continue on with the last pass of the shave. I'll tell you this, guys, after using a traditional style multi-blade razor, I'm kind of impressed. I know a lot of us kind of got out of the cartridge razors and the multi-blade razors because of issues with razor burn and ingrown hair and the expense of the blades and whatnot. But as I've kind of transitioned back to occasionally using my Mach 3, I can say multi-blade razor is very efficient. If you use the right techniques, you can get a very fine, comfortable shave. I think more than anything, it was just poor shaving technique all those years. Bad soap, too much pressure, and a lot of over shaving. But as I finish up the last pass with this multi-blade razor, and I'll admit I was wrong, because I remember when the Leaf came out, which I think was one of the first traditional style DE blade razors, or not DE, but traditional style multi-blade razors that came out. I think the Leaf takes 3 or 4 DE blades that you break in half. Watched a couple of guys use it, and I wasn't sold. And I think I probably commented, like, what's the point? Are we going backwards? It was kind of the same thing with the focus, the focus with the pivoting head. I mean, you know, once again, while that was a single edge razor, it had all the mechanics and stuff that I thought we were supposed to be trying to get away from. But I will say, after that blade, after that second, or that 2-blade shave, I will admit that I was wrong, that you can get a fine traditional style shave with a nice traditional style razor with 2 blades. Now, am I a little bit biased maybe because it was a very thoughtful gift from a beautiful lady? Possibly, but I'm going to tell you that's a really good shave. We'll see what the alum has to say. Even though I had a couple little weepers, nothing to, no irritation, no razor burn. It was very smooth. Nothing in the alum except for those 2 spots where I either nicked myself or opened a weeper. But the alum is quiet, and it's a pretty close to a BBS shave. I don't think I could get a closer shave with anything except for maybe my Mach 3. So I will admit that I was wrong and my opinion has been changed. Traditional style multi-blade razors, not a gimmick, not something that we should avoid if you're interested in trying one. I say go for it. This has been a very pleasant shave. I was wrong. What can I say? I'll admit it. I wasn't a huge fan of the leaf. I didn't think it was something that was necessary, but after shaving with the Wilkinson Sword Quad, it has a purpose and it has a place, and it's a fine shaver. So there you go. That is my blather about the razor. I'm sure there were a lot of other guys who've probably reviewed it and did a lot more in-depth and concise and better review, but I'll tell you, it was a fantastic gift from a beautiful woman. It gave me a fine shave, changed my opinions on multi-blade traditional style razors, yeah, and for the price, if you're in the States, you can get it on Amazon. I think it was around $25. That's a beautiful razor for $25. I don't know how much the replacement blades are, but the box, but it came with 5. It came with 5 replacement blades, so I'm assuming you can probably get a dozen or a handful of shaves, not a dozen, but at least a handful of shaves out of it. So I don't know what the cost to replace the blades are, but if you buy it, it comes with 5, so you should be set up for a while, even if you use it as your kind of daily regular shaver. So that is my blather about the quad blade by Wilkinson Sword. Very nice shave, silky smooth. Like I said, just 2 little weepers and they've already closed up. The alum was quiet. The Harry's works fine. We're gonna do a little bit of the Brut Blue. This was gifted to me last Christmas before last by the stepdad. I like it. I'm glad she chose it. I don't wear it very often. And it's kind of a shame that I'm wearing it to go to bed, but I'll still smell a little bit like it in the morning when I get up for work. Anyway, thank you guys and gals so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. No matter what you do, go spend some time with your friends and family because it is very important. Thanks for all your support. Like, subscribe, comment, all those things. I really appreciate it. Appreciate with everybody sticking with me for this long. And I hope you have a great week. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks again. God bless.